coming on to the stage in this 2024 Pepsi SWAC Football Media Day presented by GM from Birmingham. And Mr. Raymond Woody Jr. is with us now, hailing from the beautiful shores of Daytona Beach. Coach Woody, obviously year two, building on, there's excitement, but there's also been just a shift or turn that you've been looking to see from Bethune-Cookman to kind of get them back on top. What's it going to take for you all to do that?
Well, it's going to take, like I tell the coaches first, you know, we have to monitor that behavior so the student athletes can follow all in. I really feel like the players expect to win a year up under the coaching staff belt. I mean, they know now what we expect. You know, the standard is the standard.
You hear that your predicted order of finish is 5th in the East. What do you say to that?
Well, you know, we're a ton of vision. You know, we just got to take one game at a time, and if we do that and our technique, fundamentals, attention to detail, coordination of the play ends up positive, we're going to surprise a lot of people.
Well, you know, I always like to say, being the head coach of tiny old little Bethune-Cookman College, like Alvin White used to say, Bethune-Cookman College. Now this is your second year as a leader of the Wildcats. What do you see in the future?
Well, you know, I tell you, the players, you know, they've been working hard every day. You know, I just go back to the student part. You know, in 3 semesters, we was able to attain a 3.2 GPA out of 102 student athletes, and that's saying a lot. And now we know that these players are biting into the program. It's going to get better and better.
Now, all right, now, drop the hat. Loosen up the tie a little bit. You played at Bethune-Cookman. You know what it's like to win at Bethune-Cookman, what it takes to win at Bethune-Cookman. What do you instill in these boys from your experience to have to what they have to do moving forward?
Well, you know, like I keep saying, we have to win together. You know, it's no I in team, it's all about we. We feel like as a staff we brought in, you know, really good football players that love the game. You got to love the game. You got to be gritty. You know, you got to be selfless. And we feel like we're at that point now where everybody's coming together, and that's going to equal us to get back on the winning edge.
What's the number one thing you have to do on either side of the ball, offensively or defensively? What's the number one thing that this team must improve upon from a season ago?
On the offensive side of the ball, we have to keep the ball. You know, we cannot have, you know, takeaways. We cannot have, you know, turnovers. And turnovers, takeaways, we have to make sure that we do that. On the defensive side of the ball, we cannot give up the explosives. And then obviously on special teams, we have to win the hitting yardage.
And then my last question, and this is the big one. It always comes down to this for Bethune-Cookman. What's it going to take to beat Florida A&M? In that game there, that clash?
Execution.
That's all?
That's it.
Simply put, we don't even have to put up the schedule, but we will here because obviously that game in November
go to the bottom of the screen.
Is
always circle that game
important. And obviously you start out at South Florida, then your first conference game is against Alabama State. So for you, the run, what kind of tone do you hope to set going into conference play?
Well, what we want to do as a team, we want to get better and better each week, at least 1% better. I mean, obviously the first game is the most important because it's the next game on our schedule. Playing a team like South Florida, you know, some memories, 2016, 11 wins, still have the single season under Willie Taggart, and we're going to be excited to play that game. And then the next game will be the most important because it's the next game, and going into conference play, you always want to be injury-free. And when you're injury-free and what we're trying to do on offense, defense, and special teams, you have a chance.
Any changes to your coaching staff from year 1 to year 2?
No, I mean, we have one additional change, and that's Otis Mounds. He came from Louisiana, Monroe. He's our defensive back passing coordinator. He brings a lot of knowledge to the game, and he has those guys understanding the details of what we're doing on defense.
All right, so we heard from Raymond Woody Jr., but we're going to also hear from Raymond Woody, the third defensive back for the Wildcats, the son of Coach Woody, along with Tavares Hammond as well along the offensive line. And Simone, I can't wait to hear from these fellas.
Yes, me too. So, Ray, you're going to be playing for your dad again for the second time in your career, this time in the SWAC with Bethune-Cookman. What are you excited about for this go-around?
I feel like this go around really is just maturity. I feel like when I first played for him at Florida State, I was a freshman, so he was really on me a lot, like just telling me things, and you know how it is. You don't want to hear all that, like being in college, but now being able to like get away from him, growing and stuff like that, I feel like it really helped me. Like I'm a pro right now, you know what I mean? Like I know what to expect, everything.
Travaris, you were returning to a team that's bringing in a lot of transfers, a lot of new pieces. What has it been like gelling with those new players?
I feel like it's been really great, especially, the new recruits Coach Woody has went out and got. I like the guys that we got. Like I said, I like this team this year. It's really been good growing with everyone, so I say it's been pretty great.
What can we expect from the offense this season?
You can expect us to be a lot better up front, especially on the offensive line, since we have a lot more experience there and we got a lot more depth towards, around that position. You would expect a lot from us.
And Ray, Bethune-Cookman is being seen by some people as a dark horse this season. How do you feel about coming in as a team that might sneak up and surprise some folks?
I feel like we're really not trying to surprise nobody. We all about the work. You know what I'm saying? Like we trying to win a championship. That's the goal. Like we're not backing down from nobody. We don't fear nobody. Like we trying to come in and win. That's the mindset of the whole team, everybody that came in.
They're not backing up from the work. Thank you guys so much for the time. Tiffany?
Simone, wait a minute. You're sitting next to Mr. Hammond, who's got sunglasses on.
Sunglasses
So I
on.
think
It's
he's
not
just
even
too
that
cool
bright
for
here.
school. Like, let's get the story behind this. You just, yeah, man, we're just going to go out here and do the work and everything.
They're talking about your sunglasses. I thought you didn't want to look me in the eye or something.
It wasn't that. It's just, it was just something, just to look, just to put on, just, something different. That's all.
Talent's too bright for us. Talent's just too bright for us. It's just blind.
Ray
It's
said that's the
blind.
ATL swag that Travaris has going on.
If a little
Oh,
Raymond,
no, it was just something a little different, keep it fresh. That's all.
I got you. And for little Raymond, I've been knowing your dad a long time. Man, I'm so glad you look like your mama, man. I'm so glad you look like
Hey, I get that a lot. A lot of people say that. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people say that.
Travaris Raymond, thank you so much, and thank you to Raymond Woody Jr., the head coach of the Bethune-Cookman Wildcats. We look forward to seeing what's in store for the Wildcats in year 2 of the Woody era. Come back with us for more here from Birmingham. Thanks.